Hello, everyone. Welcome to officially episode episode one of my podcast, where I'm going to talk to you guys about everything functional health, a little bit of bodybuilding, and do some interviews too. Today, I have a very special topic with a very beautiful, close bestie friend of mine, who you guys will also see a lot of, the lovely Sash, Coach Sash.
Hello,
Uh,
hello. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
you said, girl, I'm gonna be having you a lot. That's a threat. That
Ditto.
is a threat.
Ditto.
No, thank you though for being here. Um, this topic I think is very relatable for everybody, especially like you being in the health industry and as an athlete too. I'm really excited to talk to you about it, is quick fixes and the problem with them and why they don't work. So I don't care if you are a bodybuilder, an athlete, anything like that. Um, this affects everyday regular people. And I know that for a fact because some of these things I was trying to do, as I just told Sash beforehand, when I was like 12 years old. So I also want to, before we dive into all of these things, kind of disclaim that we're going to be sharing some personal stories. In no way, shape, or form does that mean we condone these behaviors. We are just sharing our personal experiences in hopes that you guys can relate to them and then get some education about why these are not the avenues to pursue for health.
Yeah. Why not to do it?
Why not to do it? So with that being disclaimed, let's start. And Sash, I would love to hear any personal stories that you have, where you tried to do a quick fix. And how did that work out for you?
Yeah, I'm here to share them. I've been down the rabbit hole of, try a keto diet and try this and do like an unnecessary fast because I just wanted to feel a little bit slimmer. Like it wasn't intentional, but the first one that always comes to mind is it was called the military diet. And the military diet, as I was just telling Mans, the military diet was this ridiculous diet that it was trending when I was, I don't know, maybe like 14, 15, 16, no, younger, like 14-ish, where you eat like half a grapefruit, a piece of Ezekiel bread or whatever it's called, a spoon of peanut butter, and then a cup of coffee, and then like half a can of tuna. Like the meals, I just pulled it up to tell Mandy about it because we like mentioned to each other like what we used to do before, and she was like, "I've never heard of this." I was like, "Good," because I tried it, and I think I maybe lasted for 3 days and I didn't eat all the meals either because I was like, "Ooh, I could eat even less of this and have even quicker results." Yeah, I probably got myself sick from that because it was so freaking bad. Like it was just not a vibe. I mean, maybe if it's done correctly, it can do something, but even looking at it now as a health and fitness coach, it's like, where's the protein? Where's the healthy carbs? Where are the healthy fats? I sure as heck wasn't hitting a fiber goal with that. Like I wasn't drinking enough water. So that was a quick fix that did first of all, I did was not able to continue for a long period of time. Like I said, maybe a couple of days because of how not sustainable it was. Um,
It
it
sounds like a
didn't
broke college student diet.
pretty much, if not even worse, if not even
Yeah.
worse. So that was like a really terrible, a really terrible experience. And it also made me feel like dieting was this scary, scary thing and how it was like, oh my God, like you're not gonna be okay while you're dieting. So
Mm.
that was one of many, but I would love to hear one of yours.
Absolutely. But before I answer that, can you tell me how did you feel like when that didn't like quote unquote work? Like after a couple of days and you're like, "Oh my
Oh,
God, I can't do this." Like how did you feel about it and slash yourself?
I mean, I felt like I didn't necessarily feel like that was the problem. It was more so like, oh, nothing will work for me. Like this,
Mm.
since this quick fix didn't work, nothing could work for me. Like I can't lose weight. And I wasn't like super unhealthy growing up, but I was like a little bit chunkier. Like I was like a
Mhm.
chubbier kid. And my mom had me on a diet when I was super young. Like I would get meal preps delivered to my house that I would trade with kids for a candy bar. Like I would literally be trading like chicken and steak and like gourmet homemade meals for candy bars because of how like for me dieting was just I was like, oh my God, no, I can't do it. It's not gonna work for me anyway. So like, why wouldn't I go get a Hershey's bar instead? So can you imagine? I'm like 10 years old, like trading with kids, 11, 12 years old, trading with kids and after school because I didn't want to eat my chicken, my potatoes, my like healthy food. Like now I'm like,
Oh my.
holy shit, like I would take that meal in a heartbeat, but I would trade it for a Hershey's candy bar and like maybe a bag of chips. Like
Yeah.
that was where we were at. So I didn't feel like it was the like I would feel like the diet's the problem, that I'm the problem, that nothing could work for me, that I'm just like stuck here and like just this
Mhm.
is where I'm at. And like that just led into making worse decisions up until I got sick of my own shit. And then I was like, all right, I actually have to try something that's not ridiculous and that makes actual sense,
Yeah.
not like you see it online and you follow a trend. So,
Mhm. And that's how we got the
yeah.
beautiful Sasha that's here today.
Thank you.
Uh,
Thank you. But yeah, looking at those macros now, I'm like, oh my God, if I saw a client eating like this, I would have a heart attack. I would have a heart attack.
yeah, I like think something that you said that's super important and relatable for a lot of us is the fact that it started so young for you, and even like after it like not working, sitting there and thinking nothing's gonna work for me. I just can't lose weight. Like this is all me. It's also this diet. It sucks. Um, I think a lot of people go into quick fixes thinking like, oh, well, the commercial said, or oh, my friend or so and so said, like she lost 5 pounds on this. So
Yeah.
it truly is, which we can talk on later, a mindset thing. I think how we even find ourselves seeking these quick fixes.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, for sure. I definitely agree. And the also like quick fixes of like wanting to get the solution quicker. It's like, yeah, of course, everyone wants to
Mhm.
lose weight quicker and everyone wants to look a certain way. Like they get an idea in their head and they're like, I need it now. But there is truly so much beauty in taking the long way, and the long way is the shortcut. Like when you
Right.
take the long way of learning your body, of learning how to track macros, of learning how to do those things, that is the shortcut, not freaking snapping your fingers and having some kind of quick fix that you're just gonna fall off of anyways.
Hmm.
Like time's gonna pass anyways. Wouldn't you rather learn how to do it? But in order to get to that point, you have like a lot of the times you either have to go through the shitty phases or hear about them. So maybe whoever's listening, if you didn't go through them recently or like whatever, and like you're hearing about it, it can help you avoid those quick fixes and those like
Yeah.
lose 10 pounds in 2 weeks. It's like that, unless it's inflammation and just water weight, that doesn't sound right.
Right.
So I agree. And I agree that it does start deeper. It starts younger. It starts like I really had to think of when's the last time I used a quick fix because the last 4 or 5 years that I've been like really in my fitness, there was no quick fix,
Hmm.
like I did the gut program with you and this and that, but it wasn't quick fixes I was looking for. It was how can I change my life in the best way possible? So I really had to dig deep to even remember about this military diet that I tried. And I remembered about it because you brought something up about peanut butter. And I was like, wait, I think I have done something like this before. Like I feel like I had to dig to a part of my brain that I've just like closed
Like put
out.
this in
Like
the
I was like,
closet.
far, lock the key, lock the door, throw away the key freaking into that Atlantic Ocean. Like I don't know.
Yeah. You're like, I don't know her anymore.
Seriously.
Yeah. Um, well, I guess like that is what I will share is
Yeah.
peanut butter. So I was telling
Peanut
Sash this
butter.
is like the earliest. Um, well, I've got a lot of early memories with like food dysfunction, but the earliest like quick fix I could remember is I was in like fifth grade and I did this for about 2 years. And I don't, honestly, to this day, I don't think my mom really like knew about it because she would leave for work at like 4:35 in the morning. And my dad would get me off to school. So, and he is like, okay, like, he's a dad, he's not paying attention to this shit. Um, I read in one of my mom's magazines, like, I don't know, she would get a lot of like celebrity tabloid stuff. So they talk about like diets and trend and how so and so got skinny for the Oscars. And we also had like Reader's Digest and all these other women's magazines. And in one of them, I read about the peanut butter spoon. It's just so dumb saying it now. And
The
it's
peanut
basically,
butter spoon.
and you would take just a regular tablespoon and take a tablespoon of peanut butter. And that was supposed to satiate you. Now, being a health and fitness professional, I understand because all of these are technically somehow rooted in science that just gets like blown up. So as a
Yeah,
professional, I'm like, okay, so they're saying this peanut butter is going to keep you full so you don't eat other food. And the science is it's primarily a fat. Fat takes longer
it's
to
because of the
digest, so
fat. Yeah.
that's like they ran away with the marketing on that. So every day for lunch, my mom would like have a sandwich for me, and I'd be like, okay, maybe I'll eat it, maybe I won't. I'm gonna eat my tablespoon of peanut butter. And I don't know why, like the lunch lady, like nobody was like, oh, this is a red flag. Maybe we should be concerned. My friends at the table thought it was weird at the time, but like after a couple weeks, they're like, okay, this is, whatever she's doing now. And I would have a disposable spoon. Also wondering now why my mom didn't think, why am I buying so many disposable spoons? Dip the peanut butter, wrap it in saran wrap, and then I'd get to school, it'd be lunchtime, I'd unwrap it, and I would just like really slowly lick this peanut butter spoon.
Would you look
And
the saran? Wait, the people need to know. Would you look the saran wrap? I need to know. I need to know.
Mandy on prep probably would have in the early dysfunctional days, but like Mandy in fifth grade would take the saran wrap off and then just like eat it like you're savoring ice cream. Like that's how
Oh my
I was
God, you
literally
poor
that was my
baby.
lunch. I know. And that was like my
I just want
first.
to give you a hug. I want to give fifth grade Mandy a
I
hug.
know she was a little misled, but that's okay. We live, laugh, and learn and whatever. But that was like, I thought I was gonna lose weight within like a couple weeks, and then I just thought I was doing it wrong, so I carried it on for like 2 years, and of
Oh my
course,
gosh.
um, but then some of the other quick fixes I've tried, and I think you mentioned one too, is I hate calling them laxative teas, but like
Oh
my
my God.
ex's mom used to call them ballerina tea. I cannot remember the name brand, but it would be like you got a daytime tea and a nighttime tea. And you drink the
Mm.
daytime tea every single day. And then the nighttime tea you would drink every other day because it had senna in it, which is it's truly a
Oh, yes.
laxative.
Yes.
And I guess in that sense, they're like, we don't want you to shit your brains out every day. But I literally would do this. And I would drink it and then I would step on the scale the next day and I'd be like, did I lose a pound?
Oh.
No.
Yeah, and I can
Amazing.
relate to the laxative tea. I'm also just a big tea girl as is. So like I drink peppermint tea every morning. I truly just love tea. I love like hot liquids. So for me when I was like, "Oh my God, I can drink tea to like help lose weight or this or that." It was like absolutely. And I'm it's funny because I just said that for the last couple of years I haven't done quick fixes, but now that I think about the laxative tea, I did that while I was in prep. Not this last prep, but the prep before because I wasn't eating enough fiber. And this is like very TMI. So I'm sorry if you don't want to hear about my poop
I
schedule and
love
prep.
poop.
I know you do. I know you do. But I did not have regular bowel movement. And if I was to open my Fitness Pal from 2 years ago while I was in prep, I wasn't hitting 25 grams of fiber. I was lucky if I was maybe at like 15, and it was a problem of not having enough carbs, but it was also the way that I was utilizing the carbs and what carb sources I was using. So now I never go a day where I'm less than like 28 grams of fiber because I know where my body operates well. But because I wasn't going to the bathroom every single day, I was told that it's just because I'm not eating enough food to be going to the bathroom off like every day, which didn't make a lot of sense. And the solution was, hey, there's like you can either take a laxative or you can this or you can that. And I worked like 4 times a week, a lot. So I found laxative teas that I would drink at night. And I wouldn't drink it every night, but I would usually drink it the night before my check-in, and I would time it to where it was like 8 to 10 hours beforehand because that's how long it took the tea. And after drinking the laxative tea, I would also get on my walking pad for like 20 minutes to like really get stuff moving and then like massage my stomach. Like it was, I'm now thinking about it. I'm like, oh my God, like holy shit.
Can I
Oh,
ask,
actual shit.
did your coach like pitch this?
She pitched the idea that she briefly mentioned that laxatives could be helpful for like
Like a
regular bowel
tool.
movements since I
Okay.
wasn't having regular bowel movement, and kind of like taking what was it? Oh my God, I don't remember, but it was like to help get like water. It was a supplement, not Valeria root, or was it? It was some sort of supplement to take to help with not being as watery, which again just like kind of helped
Hmm.
like go to the bathroom and like all of these things. So I she pitched the idea of some sort of laxative, and I was like scared to take like a straight up laxative pill. So
As you should be.
yeah,
Like,
so I just took laxative tea because I was like, what if I take this and then I'm going to the like I have work the next day. Like I was working 4 times a week, and I was like, I can't afford to be like, you know? So
yeah.
long story short, laxative teas were the way to go.
Oh, girl. I I feel
Yeah.
this. And
Now
then
it's just like, hey, have some raspberry and chia seeds. That does
take
it for me. Drink a good drink, have my raspberry chia seed pudding, 25 grams of fiber.
take a
We're good.
walk. Yeah.
Take a walk, drink some water.
The water. That's such a big one. My God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. Um, a couple other ones that I wanted to mention. Ellie, I don't personally have any experience with juice cleanse, but I've had a lot of clients that have tried that. That is not going to work. Anyone listening, it's not worth it. Don't do it. Please don't do it. It's just don't. Just don't.
Yeah, seriously.
But another one that we both talked about, which I thought was kind of funny, was like, and this could be a whole separate episode, is like diet fads, which I definitely want to do in the future. But we both talked about falling into the marketing trap of the Special K diet. And that also, guys, that also doesn't work. Did you ever try, here's my ADHD brain. Did you ever try Hydroxycut? Because I fell into that one too. And I remember hiding buying it from my mom because I thought it was like this, like, I don't know. In my brain, I felt like I was making a drug deal because they were on like the late night TV commercials. Do you
I
remember
didn't have
those?
Hydroxycut, but I would do OxyShred. I don't know if
Oh,
that's
same thing.
similar.
I think they're the same thing.
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
like a hyper burn kind of thing. And
Yeah.
like, don't get me wrong, if I want to get my heart rate up a little bit more and like and now I'll just have caffeine, but like Hyperburn or OxyShreds or like something which if you look at the label, it's like you'll combine like it's supplements that if you want to take on their own, but as prescribed by your coach or a professional or whatever, like don't just do them on your own.
Yeah,
But
don't.
yeah, I've been down the Oxy. I used to take OxyShred before every single workout, every single morning because I felt like that was the only way to get more of a sweat going and like get my heart rate up when just train a little harder. So
Yeah.
like, you know,
God, the things that they have.
and I'm not against those things. I think that they can be used if used correctly, they can be helpful, but that's not a tool to rely on to achieve your goals.
Yeah. Context. Always context.
Exactly.
Yeah, it matters. Um, I mean, especially it's hard because as athletes in a non-traditionally healthy sport, like we do a couple things. It's one of those where it's like, hey, do what we say, not what we do, but also understanding like the risks that we're taking on, informed
Yeah.
consent, and also understanding this is not like something that we do year round, right? And again, this could be a whole other episode we do about like athlete like things that we've tried, but all that to say is again, if you have a stage date show and you're trying a quick fix, that's what it is it's a quick fix, and that also means you didn't prep correctly most of the
Yeah.
time. And then for everyone listening that isn't an athlete, this is where I want to kind of say, like, I think this is where the root of quick fixes came from, at least in my opinion, is media and Hollywood and the movies. And like how I was saying, like my mom would buy all the like People, Us magazine, and it had all the diet trends, and so did this to get into her Oscar dress, and so did this for the award show. And it's like, oh, she looks so good. If I do that diet real quick, I'll look like that. Where am I going to get a gold sequin dress? I don't fucking know. But I'm 14, 15. I don't need to figure that out. That's a later problem. But all that to say, kind of how I mentioned it before, there's always a root of science into how a quick fix kind of gets circulated. Um,
Yeah.
and that's just it. If you drink an all liquid quick fix juice cleanse diet, yeah, you'll probably lose like 2 to 5 pounds in a couple days, but you're not going to keep that weight off, and it's not body fat. It's literally
Yeah.
water shifts. It is
Yeah.
water shifts. And then on top of
It's water
that,
shifts, and it can also just be like, I feel like your mindset and where you're at and like your stress level. So if you're like stressing about losing weight and stress and stress and stress, you're not going to lose it. But then you do something that you think is going to help you lose weight. So now you're not as stressed about it. And now like your mental state is in a different place. And now things are happening and things are moving. So
mhm,
it's like, you got to check off your laundry list of things to actually have consistent results and results just to begin with that are lifelong, sustainable, and not didn't come from a fad, like didn't come from a quick fix, didn't come from some BS, essentially.
yeah, 100%. You're so right. Because, like, if you are stressed about it and cortisol goes up, it's just going to encourage inflammation, which is going to be like, again, water shifts in the tissue. It's not like truly we're putting on or losing body fat in the span of 2 to 5 days. It's not happening. It's water shifts, and like, is
Yeah.
your cortisol up? And if you chill out about it, like you said, mindset wise, and cortisol goes down, then like, oh yeah, the scale's going down because I'm not a chaotic, stressed, hot little mess.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, seriously.
which kind of brings me to the last point I wanted to make, which is if you are someone, and this is why I asked you how you felt after that military diet didn't work, if you're somebody that is not metabolically healthy and that quick fix doesn't work, like you don't lose that 2 to 5 pounds over the 3 or 4 day juice cleanse, like there is something deeper. It doesn't mean there is something wrong with you. That's literally your body saying, like, I need more attention than just deprivation.
That right there, attention, not deprivation.
Yeah. Because I mean, the majority of the time, um, I would love to hear your input on this, but in my experience, the majority of the people that are coming to me for coaching that want to lose weight actually need to be eating more. And there is a
Yes.
huge, like, a little bit of a tiff or a back and forth where I'm like, hey, I need to up your calories. And they're like, no, I don't want to gain weight. I came to you to lose weight. And I'm like, please trust me.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally relate to that. And I also think that there similarly, I have clients who will come to me saying that they want to put muscle on and that they want to gain
Mhm.
more muscle and that they want to grow more glutes or grow more legs or whatever. But then I look and they're not eating enough, and then they're scared to eat more because they, like you said, they don't want to gain fat because it's not
Mhm.
weight that's the problem, it's fat that's the problem
Right.
because muscle weighs more than fat. So if you're gaining muscle over time, like if you put them side by side, if you're gaining muscle, like the scale is going to go up, but that doesn't necessarily mean fat. And like being able to explain to them like, hey, listen, eating more doesn't necessarily mean if you're eating the right things and you're training and you're checking off your boxes, you're not going to gain 20 pounds of fat. Like
Mhm.
it's not going to work like that. You're going to be gaining muscle. Like, yes, have some healthy weight on you, but you're not going to gain all of that fat if you're eating more food, but it's food that's fueling your body and not
Mhm.
garbage, essentially,
Yeah.
that your body can't process. And then it just like sits there.
Yeah. No, 100%. Just that. Muscle is so much more dense. I remember like I have a picture where I had to have maybe been in my early 20s, and I know I weighed like 135 in the picture, and in my brain at the time also blows my mind. And guys, I'm only mentioning this to share an experience, and hopefully this doesn't trigger anyone. But I see that picture where I'm 135 pounds, and I remember that picture being taken and thinking, oh my God, I'm gonna look so fat in this picture. And then I have a picture of me at age 34 where I've been working out consistently, eating right, drinking water. I'm 135 pounds. I weigh the same and I look like I weigh 15 pounds less than I did in the first
Yes,
picture. So I think that's where anyone listening, guys, the scale is a great tool, but also if it's gonna fuck with your mind, then fuck the scale. There are other ways to measure progress. Take the
absolutely.
pictures, leave the scale. Um,
Yeah.
and that's literally all I got on that one.
And I just before we wrap up, I want to add on to what you said about the weight difference. I was looking back at pictures when I was just getting started with my fitness journey, maybe even a little bit before, and I remember freaking out because I was like 125 pounds, like just on the cusp of 130, and I was like, I can't go over 130 because then I'm closer to 140, and like it was just like such a
Mhm.
mind thing. And I was looking at that picture, and my body and at that time, for reference, I'm 5'3.5". Like I said, I was chunkier when I was younger and like always had like some baby fat on me. When I was 100, and for reference right now, I'm just about 135, like I'm between 132, 134, like it's fluctuating and that's fine, but the way that I looked at 120, 125 pounds, I look heavier there than I do
Mhm.
now at a heavier weight. Like I weigh more now than I
Mhm.
did then. But if I put the picture side by side, you would be like, oh my God, there's no way that you weigh more now than you did then. And I do. But that's what 5 years of strength training, body recomps, cutting, bulking,
Mhm.
maintenance, like all of these different parts. Like I've gone from 110 pounds to 135 pounds to 115 pounds. Like I've done all the fluctuations and like now you put it side by side and like you said, the weight, if it fucks with your brain, fuck the weight. But also if it fucks with your brain, that's because you're putting value on that number more than it deserves. Like you're
Mhm.
saying that if I weigh a certain amount, then I'm XYZ. And if I don't weigh this amount, then I'm whatever the case is. So I agree. Fuck the scale if the scale is
Mhm.
fucking with your mind. And it's not the only way to track progress, but if you look at it as just a tool of measure and it's
Mhm.
just a way to track your progress, it does not have any actual meaning besides like, hey, you didn't drink enough water. All right, cool. We see
Mhm.
how, like, we see that you do need more water because this is how the scale fluctuates. Or we added in more carbs and your body is maintaining. So that's awesome. Your body's burning through it. Like, pictures are amazing and I'm all for them. And if you don't have a good relationship with the scale, don't use it. Don't
Mhm.
use it. But if you ever plan to bring it back, look at it as a tool for just measurement. Like it's just a measuring tool. And I've I've had the bad relationship with the scale, and that's why I speak about it so like with so much like passion,
Passion.
with so much passion because
Yeah.
I used to hate stepping on the scale because I was scared of what the number would say. And I would literally, before I would step on the scale, I would be like, all right, if I'm under 120, like I'll be good. And it'll be like 119.8. And I'm like, and now I'm like, now I just step on it personally. And again, I don't want this to trigger anyone, but I personally step on the scale every single morning just because I'm curious of how my body fluctuates. I get 8 hours of sleep. Cool. I see the way the scale drops a couple like point five or point 0.4. I don't get enough sleep. I'm not the same
Goes
way.
up.
Like I,
Yeah.
I just, yeah, or I go up. Like I just like to see how things fluctuate. And I've like desensitized myself from it that if it's up, that doesn't ruin my day. That doesn't ruin how I feel
Mhm.
about myself. That doesn't ruin how I think I look. And that took time to get there. But I just wanted to share that as well because, yes, throw it out the window if it's bothering you. But also, if you ever bring it back in, or if that's something that like your coach wants you to do, we would never force our clients to do
Mm-mm.
so. And like if you don't have a good relationship with the scale, we'll find other ways to make sure that you're progressing and that we can see that progress and you can see it most importantly. But it is also just a tool.
Just a tool.
It has no meaning. Like besides just where we're at. So that's that. That's my spiel. So I'm sorry that I derailed. I
No,
know
no,
that
no, no.
we were talking about like other
I
stuff,
love it.
but
That'll be like the exiting line. Just like your
just
ex, it's just a tool. Don't put any weight on it.
oh my God, Mandy, you are so funny. Oh
I
my
love
God,
these.
you crack me up.
Um, Thank you so much for doing this episode with me. I always love chatting with you.
Of
If you
course.
guys enjoyed this episode, please give a little thumbs up. Drop in the comments what kind of quick fixes you've tried. Let's connect. We love talking to you guys. And subscribe. Stay tuned for the next one.